keeping you up to date with CJIQ News.
Good afternoon, it's 3:45, currently 0 degrees and cloudy. I'm Korrina Abate. More weather in minutes, here's what you need to know. Breaking news, a massive power outage is affecting areas including Waterloo, St. Jacobs, Conestoga, parts of Guelph, and Fergus. Conestoga Mall is currently affected by the outage. An employee at Volume Studios, Madison Ritchie, describes the situation live from the scene.
It's been about 45 minutes now, and everybody has gone into the mall except for the employees, and they're all sitting on the floor around their place of work.
Ritchie says people were panicked and she even heard a scream. No details have been released yet about the cause of this power outage. Prepare yourself for a big stink if you live near the dump in Waterloo. Later this week, the regional landfill will start expanding into a northeast section that's not far from Herb Street West. This means unwanted smelly construction as buried waste is dug up this summer to create a new dumping area that will be used for up to 4 years. Police are reporting a partial roof collapse in downtown Toronto, but there have been no injuries as a result. Debris from a building at College and University, which is currently under construction, fell about 10 meters. Pillars that supported the section that fell have collapsed. Police have blocked off the area. Dalton McGuinty is defending teachers and school officials in Kitchener who called authorities after a 4-year-old girl drew a picture of her dad holding a gun. McGuinty says he doesn't doubt the urgency of the teachers and school officials, noting it's hard to know when to call the authorities in such cases. The girl's father, Jesse Sanson, was arrested, strip-searched, and told he was being charged with illegal possession of a firearm. No gun was found in the household, however. McGuinty says a review is underway. 3 men have been charged with attempted murder after a shooting near Sarnia. Police say it happened late last night at a residence in Wyoming. A man was taken to hospital for treatment of a gunshot wound. 3 men have been arrested and no names have been released. This spring's most epic film, The Hunger Games, now has an equally epic closing credits track from Grammy-winning indie rockers Arcade Fire, titled Abraham's Daughter. The song takes the Hunger Games soundtrack to a more intimidating level than its previously released opening single, Safe and Sound from Taylor Swift and the Civil Wars. Former leaders of Brazil and Switzerland are calling on Prime Minister Stephen Harper to stop what they call the destructive, expensive, and ineffective war on drugs. The open letter from the Global Commission on Drug Policy states that corruption, organized crime, and violence are inevitable consequences of marijuana prohibition. Louise Arbour, a former Canadian Supreme Court judge, is among those advising the Conservative government to reassess crime legislation. That includes new mandatory minimum sentences for marijuana offenses. RCMP in Nova Scotia have turned to Twitter to find bad drivers and dangerous areas. A complaint via a tweet informed police of an intersection where a lot of drivers ran through the stop sign. Officers issued 24 tickets and 5 warnings at the intersection in question. 22 of the offenses were for failing to obey a traffic sign. A greeting card referencing the late Whitney Houston was pulled from Target's shelves this week. The card, available long before Whitney died, pokes fun at the singer's downward spiral in recent years, stating, "Next time you think of dating the bad boy, consider Whitney Houston." A Target rep states that once it was brought to its attention, the process of removing the card from all stores began.
This life don't last forever.
Michael Jackson's daughter Paris made a bombshell announcement to friends, stating that the track Hold My Hand, featuring Akon, is actually the voice of MJ sound-alike Jason Malachi. The announcement was made during an online video chat with several friends in 2010, just before the Michael album was released, which contains several previously unreleased tracks. Paris states that the entire album was recorded by Malachi, however both Sony and MJ sound-alike have denied allegations. It's currently 3:50.
88.3 Weather.
Tonight we will see some rain with a temperature of 4 degrees, feeling like -1. Tomorrow morning there will be some wet snow with a temperature of 2 degrees, feeling like -6. Later in the afternoon, scattered flurries will continue with the temperature staying at 2 degrees. Now you're in the know. For CGIQ, I'm Korrina Abate.